Hello viewers, and welcome to another Club 100 video, this time coming to you from Shenington in Oxfordshire. Now this is a circuit that I'm not all too familiar with, as you could probably tell by my qualifying performance. I only qualified 26 out of 35, so my lack of experience in this circuit clearly showing. We're going to go straight into race 1 here though, and try and gain as many places as possible. No sign of rain here either, which is always welcomed. I don't want to repeat from the first race from the last video. We actually crossed the line in 27th there though, due to the inside line getting a better launch than us on the outside. It's getting all a bit argy-bargy going into the hairpin. I lock up under braking, and the group ahead are actually going to go 5 wide here and all understeer straight into the barriers on the exit. Very lucky for us not to get caught up in that melee. To be honest, we do temporarily lose 2 positions, but we're able to gain 1 as we get better drive off of the hairpin up into P23 we go. Up behind this guy in the Team Surrey BUKC suit as we go into the Wilkins complex, braking on the marshal post. This guy is going to go up the inside of João Pinto, but then gets caught on the curb, and we're able to cut underneath and pull alongside going down the main straight to start lap 2 through Park Bend, trying to hold it around the outside, but it's just not quite going to happen for us. We then get caught on the curb though, going through Cafe, and Kim Ely is going to take advantage of that as we both run a little wide on the exit. Yellow flags going into Stratford hairpin. No overtaking through this section, trying to stick in this guy's slipstream for as long as possible. You can see it actually was quite strong today. Going into the Bruno chicane though, he's going to send it up the inside of Kim, which then sends her wide, and we take advantage, and then as a result he's going to run wide on exit, and we're able to get better drive off of the chicane, taking that position up into P22. 5 positions at the start of lap 1 going into Wilkins, and now there's a full course yellow here which is going to bunch up the field, and hopefully we can take full advantage. Skipping ahead to the end of the full course yellow now, you can see I was quite frustrated with João there. He'd left quite a big gaps at the carts in front, which I was a bit confused about. Following him through Park Bend and Cafe however, we close up under braking, and then we're going to hug a tighter line here on the exit and try our best to get a run, sticking in the slipstream as much as possible, and then through Stratford hairpin, space opens up. We're going to waste no time and send it up the inside. Up into P21 we go, but then coming through the Bruno chicane here, we're going to get it all out of shape, which on the exit it will give João an opportunity to get back past us. He would have got a better run down the hanger straight, trying to break slipstream as much as possible, and into Wilkins. He, as well as the Team Surrey guy, are both going to send it up the inside, but then João gets squeezed over the curb on the exit, cones are sent flying every which way, and we're able to get better drive off of the corner and gain those 2 positions back at the start of lap 2 as we go through Park Bend and into Cafe once again. This is 1 lap later now. We've pulled away from João and now set our sights on John Adi up ahead. We close up massively through Cafe, and now we're right on his bumper going into the hairpin. We stick in his slipstream. We see the opportunity. He does brake quite late, but luckily we're still able to get to the apex first and get that move done. We've now quite a big group up ahead to close up to. There's a yellow flag going into the Bruno chicane, which will give us exactly the opportunity we're looking for to move onto the back of Tom Smith. He knows that we're here. He takes a look behind, and we're able to stick in his slipstream. We're going to pull up right up to the back of his bumper into Wilkins, and then coming out of Wilkins we get a much better exit and pull alongside down the main straight. Tom sees us coming, and we're going to make that move stick going into Cafe at the start of lap 9 up into P19, making good progress here. And now we're right on the back of Thomas James here, looking to make a move. Yellow flag into the hairpin, so it's not quite going to happen for us just yet. A little too far back to send it from there anyway. So we'll look for another opportunity in the lap to try and get past Thomas going into the chicane, and Thomas is going to make a mistake here, dipping his wheel over the curb, which will mean he'll get a poor run coming out. We're going to look to take advantage. He goes defensive into the complex, but that's no obstacle as we send it up the inside. Probably our best move of the race so far, to be honest. Cones are sent flying every which way once again, and coming down the main straight, the guys ahead are fighting, which might provide us with an opportunity to try and get past. Through Cafe, once again taking a tighter line on the exit to try and get a better run towards the hairpin. A little bit more of a gap this time, but that's not going to stop us from gaining another position as we send it up the inside into P17. Our signature move paying off once again in this race, and now we have Ryan Harris up ahead of us, another Team Surrey BUKC driver to try and get past. One lap later now, the group ahead looks more like a group of 6, which could provide opportunity for us. Ahead of Ryan, that's Ben Foden. Now, I know that Ben is a very, very quick driver. In fact, he qualified 7th for this race, which was only less than 2 tenths off of pole. I also used to race against Ben in the juniors, and to be honest, I rarely used to see him in races, as he was always in the top 5 within the championship at the time. So in this race, he's clearly struggling with his car. Going into the chicane, someone sneaks up the inside, but we're able to hold the position as we go down the back straight with a little bit more of a gap now. Into Wilkins, Ryan sees the opportunity and he's going to send it up the inside past Ben, making that move stick. And we can now look to make a move past him when the opportunity arises. As we go down the main straight now through Park Bend, we're quicker through Cafe. We close up another 10th through that corner under braking, and also trying to utilise the good exit we had as much as possible. Into the hairpin we go. Ben carries more speed than us, but then misses the apex as we go through it quite cleanly though, which means we're now right on his bumper. Ben takes a look, knows that we're close, and into the chicane. Ben gets held up by Ryan, who runs wide, which gives him a poor run. He takes another look as we pull alongside and into the complex. We get a little bit on the curb going sideways, but we make sure we go defensive to hold our position. Thomas James sneaks it up the inside, but we're able to get a better exit up into P16. Now this was my personal best of the race, making sure you're using all the track on the right hand side, flat out through Park Bend, then braking a little bit through Cafe, nibble of that curb, make sure running wide on the exit to use all of the track, flat out through the next turn, and then into Stratford, braking on the marshal's post, making sure you clip that apex. You can run the curb on the exit, but I don't think it really matters too much. Going into the Bruno chicane now, braking just on the edge of that curb, making sure to avoid all of it on the exit, otherwise you will get penalised for that. Going down the hanger straight, try to stick in the slipstream as much as possible if there is a car ahead of you. Into Wilkins, braking on the marshal's post, making sure to have a nibble of the curb on the exit, sticking Ryan's slipstream once again, and that was my fastest lap of the race. That was a 52.6, and now we are right onto the back of Ryan to try and take another opportunity. As he runs wide through Cafe, we're able to get good drive off of it, sticking his slipstream. Ryan takes a look and we send it up the inside of the hairpin and now set our sights on the carts ahead, which is quite a big gap, so I'm going to have to go Super Satan to catch them.
Meh, fucking meow!
That's my superpowers used up for this video, and they still weren't enough to catch the pack ahead. Luckily, the karting gods were on our side, and a full course yellow was called only 4 laps from the end, so hopefully it can provide more opportunity for us. We've gained 11 positions up to this point. Let's see how many more we can gain after this full course yellow ends. End of the full course yellow here. Everyone's bunched up bumper to bumper, going down the main straight. Now through turn 1 and into turn 2, the guy ahead is going to go for a move that doesn't quite come off for him. He gets squeezed onto the curb by Jake Palmer up ahead, and we're going to gain another position onto the back of Max Andrews here, who's going to go defensive into the hairpin. Now, you might have noticed we gained a position in that full course yellow period. One of the front runners, I believe he was running second, as everyone gets bunched up here again as Ross Kelly has an issue with his engine. The position that I gained during that full course yellow period, I believe it was one of the front runners. He was running second. He went wide at the hairpin and had to take to the escape road as everyone else filed past, which gained us another position during that period. Never mind that now though, as the guy ahead gets a little crossed up on the curb. We're coming into the final lap of the race. Let's see if we can gain any more positions. The two guys up ahead are going side by side through turn 1, which may provide an opportunity for us. That battle goes the way of Max for now. We're right on the bumper of the guy ahead, but unfortunately there's a yellow flag into the hairpin, so we can't make a move now, and the group ahead is also pulling away from us on the exit. I think we're going to have to hope for a mistake from the guys ahead now to gain any more positions in this race, unfortunately. Into the chicane, we can't make any more ground up, and down the hanger straight we also don't have the slipstream effect of the carts ahead either. Going into Wilkins, we're too far back to do anything from here. We do close up under braking, but the guy gets a better exit up ahead. So we finished the race in P12, which is 14, technically 15 positions gained, considering we crossed the line in 27th. Very, very happy with that. Now let's get into race 2. Moving on to race 2 now. We were 17th quickest in the field in the previous race, so we're going to be starting 17th in this one. We're up behind Daniel Parsons here. We have Jake Palmer and Lewis Sills alongside us. Now, because I gained so many positions in the previous race, I've now gained another superpower. This time it's time for the Moses effect, which I'm sure you all know. I'm going to use it through Park Bend here. The big man up there, he's looking down upon me here during this race start. Cast everyone aside and we gain 4 positions from that up into P13. Looking for more opportunity here as we go down into the hairpin. We get kind of boxed in behind this guy though, and that gives an opportunity for Daniel Parsons to sail around the outside of us, losing a position into P14. Still a decent start though, up 3 positions from where we started, through the chicane and down the back straight. The guy in the orange Zamp helmet there getting a poor run. Can we take advantage? Not quite, going down the straight, but into Wilkins for the first time. Max Andrews gets shoved out wide, as well as 2 others. Another 3 position gain there at the end of lap 1. We have a run on Alistair here, the champion-elect down the main straight. Not quite going to happen for us as we go into Park Bend, and then he gains a position on Ross Kelly, running wide just before the yellow flags come out. We're still in P11, 7 positions gained on lap 1 as we go through the hairpin behind Ross Kelly on lap 2. Skipping ahead to the end of lap 2 now, still in P11 behind Ross, but looking for a way past as we come out of Wilkins. He takes a look behind, shake of the head. I don't think he's too happy with his kart down the straight. We closed up a lot in that second phase. I think he's struggling with his bottom end. Into Cafe we go though, different lines being taken by the 2 of us. I prioritise more of an exit as we go down to the hairpin. The guy ahead is going to go for a move here on Alistair, and it kind of catches me out. I unexpectedly go quite deep into the braking zone, but then end up going down the inside of both Ross and Alistair as he leaves the door open. I was a little surprised about that, but then Ross is able to cut underneath and get a better exit than us. We're still able to stay ahead of Alistair though, 1 position gain there through the hairpin, following Ross down the back straight. You can see the effect of the slipstream as we go into Wilkins, catching onto the back of him, but through the apex he brakes earlier than I anticipated. I carry more speed into the braking zone and we go into the back of him. I still get the move done. A little bit naughty from us. I did think about giving the position back although Alistair stayed onto the back of Ross when we got past him through the hairpin, so I thought it would be just better to stay ahead of Ross for the time being. I didn't think the move was really worth a bump and pass, so I decided to stay ahead, and luckily the steward saw it the same way and just gave me a contact warning. Out of the hairpin, Marcus ahead of us gets run wide onto the sausage curb, quite frustrated as you can see, but we're not going to complain as we gain another position from that up into P8 from P17, and we're only on lap 5 of the race. Pretty good going if I say so myself. The gap to the carts in front now is around a second. We're going to do our best to catch them. Cut to lap 9 now. That's Max Chapman ahead of us, who I'm pretty sure had suffered the same fate as Ben Foden in the first race and drawn a bit of a shocker of a kart. He qualified 4th for race 1, so he's also a rapid driver. Currently in the Sprints Championship, while making this video, he sits 2nd in class 2 in the sprints, which is also 6th overall. So Max is also incredibly quick, and he's going to be quite hard to pass. Into Wilkins though, Alistair had stuck onto the back of me and Ross once I'd got past him, and now he hasn't hesitated to get back past us, losing a position there into Wilkins down to P9. All I'll be looking to do now though is follow him. He was 3rd quickest during this race, and he'd also wrapped up the championship by this point, while also being about 3/10 quicker than me throughout this race. So I'm more than happy to follow him and try and catch up to Max ahead. The gap now is just under a second, slowly catching lap by lap. Let's see if we manage to do it. A few laps later now, still behind Max, but Alistair had got past both Max and the car in front of him at this point, so I don't think we'll be seeing him for the rest of this race. We'll set our sights on Max for now though. The gap had been slowly closing lap after lap, but once we get onto the back of him, a pass is going to be anything but simple. The hairpin, as you can see here, we close up on the brakes, would really be the only chance we would have throughout a lap, and we're also going to need a mega run through turn 2 in order to stick it on his bumper and try our best to make a move. That remains to be seen. He's aware of our presence, he knows that we're closing. The slipstream down the back straight, as you can see here, is going to be important, but we can't quite get the exit. We close up under braking into Wilkins. He's also going to be held up by a little into the braking zones by the carts ahead, so that might just be the opportunity we're looking for. Down the main straight, we close up right up to the back of him, give him a little bump into Cafe, take a tighter line. We'll try our best to get the exit that we want, and into the hairpin, right up to the back of him. Space is going to open up, and we're going to finally, after quite a few laps, get the move done, get it up the inside, up into P8. We now have Adrian Mertens ahead of us. He would have got a better exit than us out of the hairpin though, because of our move on Max, which unfortunately is going to put us out of slipstream range as we go down the back straight. They're in a pack of 3 up ahead as well, and also slipstreaming each other, which will help their momentum to continue to build a gap. Our best chance to carry more speed into the braking zone like we tried to do at Wilkins to get a move done, but there's yet another full course as we come out of Wilkins. Quite lucky for us, to be honest, to make a move on Max when we did, otherwise we probably would have been stuck behind him. But for now, we're just going to have to sit behind Adrian for the remainder of this full course yellow and see what happens. I don't think there's too much time left in the race either, so we might end up finishing the race behind this full course anyway, so we'll see what happens. Coming to the end of the full course now, still behind Adrian, and as we go through Wilkins and through the final apex, everyone bunches up, and that will actually be the end of the race. Now, we finished on track in P8, but we actually finished the race in P7 because the guy in front of Adrian, Jordan Richards, actually had a 4-place penalty for forcing a driver wide. So that is P7 from 17th. That is 10 positions gained in this race. That is 24 positions gained over 2 races. Extremely happy with that, considering our qualifying performance. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.